Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marisol and I'm a certified Pilates instructor. Today's class is going to be a quick intermediate level class, but if you're interested in longer classes and shorter classes and classes that are anatomically focused on a specific body part, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you guys want and I will try my very best to get that content out to you guys as soon as possible. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get started with your Pilates class. All right, so once we're on the floor, I'm gonna start facing the side so you guys can see me a little bit better, but my legs are actually gonna be pretty stretched out. So if this is uncomfortable, maybe because you're feeling a little tight in the hamstrings or in the low back, just know that you can bend your knee slightly or however it feels comfortable for you. Now, reach those arms forward, roll the shoulders back and down so that we're really feeling those lats, pull those shoulder blades down the back. Sit up a little bit taller, make sure the neck feels really long, but we're not arching in the back. We're sitting right on top of those sits bones. And now from here, exhale, lean back with the entire trunk of the body, starting from the tailbone to the crown of the head. So we're not arching, again, the upper back. We're not drawing a C curve with the low back. We're just staying really, really flat here. Now, it doesn't matter how far back you go, just as long as you feel the control in those abdominal muscles. Now, once we're here, we're gonna exhale, lean or lift those arms up a few inches and lower down. So we're just keeping the trunk of the body completely still. Now, if your arms are reaching up and you feel your chin or your chest go forward, then don't go that high up. Just only go to where, again, you can control your body. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Let's keep those lines going strong. So lots of energy through those legs. One long line from the hips to the toes, one long line from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and one long line or two long lines from the shoulders to the fingertips. So we've got lots of diagonals going on here. Let's go for 4. Last 3. 2, 1, lower those arms down. And now from here, the trunk of the body is going to lean back a few inches and exhale, lift. Now, as you do this, another common thing that I tend to see with my clients is when they go forward, they pull forward only from the chest. And instead, what you want to think of is trying to, yes, your chest is going to go forward, but try to lengthen your spine a little bit further away from your hips as you lift. Use your exhale to do that. Let's go for 5. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Forearms plant together. You're still in that diagonal. Exhale, rotate towards the right diagonal with just the upper body, so from the waist up. Exhale, come back to center and rotate to the left. Come back to center and exhale, rotate to the right. Come back to center, exhale, rotate to the left. So again, try not to curve the spine here. We're trying to get really long, really tall and away from those hips. Shoulders are down, chin is pressed back, it's not pulling forward. And remember, this movement is done with the head gaze, the forearms and the chest as we rotate from side to side. Let's go for 5. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, hold it here, and let's come on up to seated and reach those arms forward. Give your spine a little bit of a stretch here and come all the way up to seated. All right, now we're gonna do one more in this position. So reach those arms forward. Take a lean back. Remember, flat back is what we want to work with. Bend those knees so the toes are barely touching the floor, but if you need to touch the floor and you want to just pull out and in with those knees, you are more than welcome to. For more of a challenge, we're gonna lift those legs up. Now, arms, legs, upper body is gonna move away from each other and then together. So it's gonna look something like this. Extend, pull in. Extend, pull in. Now here, we're really pulling everything up, almost like we're gonna go into that teaser position, but not quite. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs, try to keep that flat back, lean back. And now from here, lower the spine down, but don't let the shoulder blades rest on the floor. We're gonna try to maintain this nice chest lift so that the abdominals are really anchoring down from here. Now, I like my arms reaching forward. It just helps me a little bit more connect deeper to my abs. But if you like your arms back here behind your head, that's fine too. Now from here, let's bring those legs to tabletop. Think of a nice chest lift here. Exhale, press the arms and chest forward a few inches, back a few inches. Forward a few inches, back a few inches. Let's go for 5. Getting those abs warmed up. Last 4. 3. Again, you can put your hands behind your head. 2. 1. Hold it here. Now, if your arms are still forward, let's bring those hands back behind the head. Exhale, extend the left leg, rotate to that right knee, and switch. So going into our crisscross and switch. Exhale as you rotate. Remember, try to get the opposite rib to the opposite hip bone without wobbling from side to side. So the knees don't actually wobble. The knees stay directly over the hips. And if anything, I want you to try to find that inner thigh engagement, even as one leg is straightening and one leg is bending. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reach for the right leg or right calf muscle. Stretch that left leg out long. Hold it here. Don't let that left leg rest down on the floor, and instead we're going to really grab onto that right leg. Give it a little stretch. You can flex the foot if you'd like. And now from here, let's switch. Grab the other leg. Give it a little stretch, and then we'll alternate a little faster. Flex the foot if you want some more intensity. And now from here, let's switch. Grab the right leg, grab the left leg, grab the right leg, grab the left leg. So now we're still continuing to breathe deeply. The breath pattern is of your choice, but I like to exhale every time I grab one leg and inhale on that transition. And remember, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug the knees into the chest for just a moment. We're gonna go straight into that double leg stretch, arms and legs forward. So when you're ready, exhale, extend arms and legs forward, hug the knees, bring it in. Extend arms and legs forward, hug the knees, bring it in. And let's continue. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in for just a moment. And now from here, we're gonna go straight into those hundreds. So from here, extend arms and legs forward, heels together, toes apart, external rotation, squeeze those upper inner thighs together. Hump those arms 1 inch up, 1 inch down as we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale. Last set, lots of energy. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug the knees in and relax those feet down, upper body down, hands down by your sides. Feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, pull those abs in, slowly lift those hips up towards the ceiling, one vertebrae at a time. Pause, hold at the top. and exhale, slowly lower down. Now notice if when you're going up, your knees start to waver from away and closer to each other. We don't want that to happen. Just shoot those knees forward, hip width distance apart, using those inner thighs, and lower down. So we're not using the inner thighs just to bring the knees together. We're actually using them to keep those knees in line with our hip bones. Let's go 2 more. And last one. Lift those hips up, pause, hold it here. Beautiful. Now, from this position, we're gonna take that right leg, we're gonna lift it up to the ceiling, give it a nice little stretch, but tabletop here is fine as well. Now, once you find the position of your choice, you're gonna lower that flat back down, gently tap the mat, make sure the hips are even, and exhale, lift. Gently tap the mat, make sure the hips are even, and exhale, lift. And let's continue for 5. Keeping those hips even, abs engaged. Last 4, shooting those knees and shins forward. 3, getting a stretch with that right leg. Last 2, pressing the arms into the floor. Last 1, hold it here. Get that extra little work from that left side, and then lower that foot down. Even out those hips if they're uneven, and then right away, let's shoot that left leg up to the ceiling or to tabletop. Once you find your stability, lower those hips down. Exhale, lift up to the ceiling. Lower down, exhale, lift. Again, pressing those arms, the triceps, the forearms, the palms of the hand into the floor as you lift and as you lower. Let's go for 5, 4, breathing deeply still. 3, 2, 1, hold it up here. Get that little stretch in there and lower the foot down. Even out those hips, even out the weight in between both of your legs. And exhale, slowly lower the spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. Relax the tailbone at the very end. Great job, guys. All right, from here, we're gonna extend those legs out long, reaching those arms. Let me make sure I'm in the frame. Reaching those arms out long behind you. Now from here, lift those arms, I would say, just to where it's in your peripheral vision when you're looking up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna exhale, lift the legs and lift the chest at the same time, creating a boat position, making sure our low back is flat, and exhale, roll on over to your side. Now let me adjust myself on my mat so I'm within frame. Now in this position, this little boat position, I am lifting through the waist. I'm primarily balancing on those sits bones and my shoulder. And now from here, go ahead and lower the upper body down, but not those feet. The feet stay lifted, the inner thighs stay together. Exhale, lift both of those legs up and down. Exhale, lift and lower. Try to maintain this lift by pulling in through the front abdominals and then really engaging those oblique muscles so that we're not pulling back or we're pulling forward. We're just going straight up, straight down. And remember, if you're going up so high that everything else starts to lift, that might be a little too high for today. Just focus on those legs. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Now from here, we're gonna lower both legs down, reach the top arm up to the ceiling. The top leg and the top arm are going to lift to come meet each other. I'm gonna also lift my upper body just a little bit and then lower down. So a little lateral flexion here. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Good. Now I am pressing my bottom forearm into the mat when I lift my upper body and my bottom leg to help me get that little extra lift. Now, if flexibility is an issue here, just lift the arm and leg to where you can. They don't necessarily have to touch. This is just a preparation for our next exercise. You guys got this. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. And now from here, we're gonna help ourselves onto the forearm. For me, it's my left forearm. For you, it's probably your right. Regardless, we're gonna extend those arms and legs away from each other with the exception of that bottom forearm. And when you're ready, we're gonna tip those hips back, lifting those legs up to the ceiling and reaching the free arm forward, almost like we're gonna touch them. And then lower, really lifting through the waist here, so you don't wanna sink down. Exhale, lift, and lower. Exhale, lift, lower. Let's go for 5, 4. So almost everything has to work here. So it's kind of like you're closing a book and your top half of the body is one cover of the book and the other end is another cover of the book. Exhale, pull that binding back, close both covers together as you lift using those abs. Forgot what number we were on. Let's go 3 more. Last 3. 2. Last 1. And come back to your side. Hold it here, keep the waist lifted, and now we're gonna lower all the way back down. So remember that little boat pose that we had at the very beginning? We're gonna reach both of those arms out, lift the arms, the bottom arm a little bit off because it's a lot harder to do this slow. We're gonna tip those hips back, come back into our little boat pose, and then go back onto that same side. And boat pose, and back. And boat pose, and back. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it here and rest it down. Nice, guys. All right, from here, let's go back into or seated onto our hips. Bottom hand is on the mat, one foot in front of the other because, you guessed it, we're gonna go into those side planks. I like my hands on my hips for this. When you're ready, exhale, lift those hips up, extend those legs. Hold it here. Now you can reach that top arm up. I actually prefer this, but I don't want my arm to be out of the frame, so I'm gonna keep my hands on my hips. And from here, we're just doing a nice, simple hold, nothing too crazy for right now. Let's hold here, lifting through the waist, getting that shoulder stability on that bottom shoulder for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna lift your heels, go up on your toes, rotate towards the floor, and put both hands on the floor going into your plank position. So again, the first one is just a hold, nothing too crazy. Pause here. So remember, the tailbone is tucked, those heels are pressing back, those low abs are pulling in, shoulder blades are wide apart, chin is pressed back so the neck is in line with the rest of the spine, and we're exhaling so deep that with every exhale, we'll feel those abs pull in a little closer to the spine. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the right hand in the center of the mat, tilt your hips and your heels to the side, facing the opposite direction, reaching that arm up to the ceiling or onto your hips. Now we're just gonna hold. So if you're facing away from the camera or your screen, just know that we're doing the same exact thing. So we're really lifting through the waist, we're lifting through those hips, we're not sinking down towards the floor, and we're holding this position. We're finding our shoulder stability. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put both hands back on the mat, hold it here. Exhale, press those hips up and back. Give yourself a little pike position or downward dog. And lower those knees down. All right, with the knees down here, we're gonna go into a little bit of a thigh stretch. So come up to kneeling. Reach those arms forward, shoulders are back, abs are pulled in, glutes are engaged, the tailbone is just slightly tucked here, and the shins and the feet are pressing into that floor because that's your anchor point. Now from here, just like we did at the very beginning of class, everything from the tailbone up to the crown of the head is gonna work like one long flat piece of wood. Inhale as you lean back. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lean back. Exhale as you lift. So you are gonna feel the front of the thighs working here, but I also want you to feel the glutes push you forward without dragging your hips forward. You keeping everything stacked on top of each other. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, pull everything forward. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, pull everything forward. And one more. Inhale, lean back. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way up and relax those arms. So now that we worked the front of those thighs, let's go ahead and work the side of the body again. So now we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the opposite side, that we did on the left. Oh my gosh. My words today. All right, so once we're in this position, go ahead and lay all the way down. And remember, the top hand is pressing firm into the floor. Both legs are extended. You're in a little banana shape here. Squeeze those upper inner thighs a little bit deeper, especially because you're gonna exhale and lift both of those legs and lower down. Now take the first few reps to kind of adjust your body however it feels comfortable. I know sometimes depending on the fabric of your leggings, it can stick to your mat a little bit. So just take those first few reps as kind of like a tester. And now we can start counting down. But before actually we do that, make sure that that bottom leg is actually lifting that top leg. So imagine that top leg is just pressing down heavy, all of its weight onto that bottom leg. And your inner thighs really have to work to lift that leg. Remember, front of those abs are working here, bottom waist, bottom obliques, as you lift and lower. We've got this, guys. Let's go for 5. Starting that countdown, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the legs down. Now remember, we're gonna press the bottom forearm into the floor as well as that bottom leg. Reach the top arm up to the ceiling, and when you're ready, let's go ahead and lift that top leg up, connect the top arm, and lower down. So again, this is just a preparation for our next exercise, but it's good to get that lateral flexion, really focus on those obliques. But it's the same movement. You guys got this. Lots of energy through the legs and the arms. Ideally, the top leg is going to be straight, especially that top arm as well. So we're kind of mimicking each other. Knees should not be bending, elbows should not be bending. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. All right, now from here, we're gonna go up onto our forearm. And from here, remember, it's going to be similar to when you're opening and closing a book. We're gonna inhale, reach that arm down to the side. Tip the hips back so that we're only rolling back onto that bottom glute. And then those legs are gonna point up into the diagonal and lower down. Remember, when you come to this position, don't sink into that bottom shoulder. Keep that waist lifted. And again, exhale, rotate and lift, and lower down. Rotate and lift, and lower down. And continue. Let's go for 5. Last 4. Remember your posture when you come back. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And let's do one more just for fun. Exhale, extend, lift, and lower. And let's lower the entire body down. So we're gonna go back into that boat pose again. So extend your arms out long. Exhale, squeeze those inner thighs, lift those legs. And now from here, we're just gonna lean onto our backs, keeping the arms and legs lifted, as well as a little bit of the chest as well. Now exhale, lean back, boat pose, and come back. Let's do that 4 more times. 4, 3, last 2, last 1, and come back, hold it here, and lower all the way down. Now we're not quite done with that bow pose yet. Let me just adjust myself on my mat so you guys can see me clearly. But from here, I'm gonna go back into that boat pose. Exhale, pull the waist back. And from here, I'm gonna hug my knees into my chest. Make sure that low back feels some length. And then I'm gonna try my best to get back into that boat pose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. So I know that this might be a little low for some of you, so if you need to, go ahead and extend those legs a little higher and bring it back in. Exhale, extend. Really anchor that low back down and bring it in. Let's go for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And relax the upper body down. And rest for just a moment. Now, from here, when you're ready, go ahead and bring those legs to tabletop position. Inhale, reach those arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, press the arms down, lift the chest. We're gonna extend those legs at the same time and slowly curl on up to our teaser. Now, if you need to hold on to the backs of your thighs for this, you are more than welcome to. And slowly lower down. And repeat. Let's go last one, hold it up at the top, and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good, now let's go onto our hands and knees, quadruped position. Once we're in this position, let's go ahead and extend those legs out long, back into plank. We're gonna hold it here. Inhale to prepare, exhale, push those hips up and back into your pike position. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch and slowly lower down. Inhale, exhale, press those hips up and back. Inhale, lower down. Shine the chest through forward a little bit, and then exhale, pull those hips back. So it's just the tiniest back extension here. Try not to lower those hips down too low, just to where you feel in control. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it back here. Good. I'm gonna walk my feet a little bit closer just because I want more of a stretch, but go ahead and bend that right knee, press the left heel down, lift and switch, lift and switch. So we're getting a nice long stretch in the backs of the legs. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those heels as high as you can. Now shift your weight forward on top of the palms. So your shoulders might even go past your palms a little bit. Hold it there, push those heels back, press those hips up and back into pike. And now again, go back into your plank, but again, you're gonna push your weight all the way forward, as far forward as you can, almost so that those tippy toes are on the floor. Push your heels back and press it into pike. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. And lower those knees down. All right, from here, I'm gonna go on my fist because my wrists tend to get a little sensitive. Make sure your back is flat. Exhale, round the low back up towards the ceiling. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax down here. And then exhale, reach the chest forward to the opposite direction. A little cat stretch here for you guys. Just really getting that spine mobile, flexible, using your deep breath. Let's go for 3. last 2, feeling those abs work in both directions. Last one. Hold it here. Press your hips back into a child's pose. Stretch out those arms. Inhale, deep. Exhale, slowly curl on up. Roll on up, nice and tall. And you guys are all set to go. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope to see you in the next video. If you liked this workout, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you're wanting different types of videos, maybe a little bit longer, maybe more concentrated on a certain body part. Whatever you guys got, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try my very best to get you guys the content, the Pilates content that you guys want. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.